beware. Oh, Bambi, I won't lie. If I weren't in this spider web of mine, if grandpa.
What up, it's your boy T-Bird here with the reaction. Keep going with the Isaiah Player video. So last I did current rappers that wouldn't make it in the 90s. So this one is current underrated rappers that will be perfect for the 90s. So now it's the other way around. These is the current rappers that will be perfect in the 90s that don't get maybe some, including some of the undergrounds and the underrated rappers that don't get much love because take over by the mainstream rappers though, and the new era rappers. I'm not going to call them mumble rappers because I feel it's a diss towards them. I'm not trying to diss them. I'm not trying to diss somebody in their craft. Not saying that it's not right of me. Well, then that, let's see what Isaiah the Player will say about the current underrated rappers that would be perfect for the 90s. So let's go.
Oh, Bambi, I won't lie. If I
And my video's out of sync again.
If grandfather never had 7 wives.
What's poppin', everybody? So about a week ago, I made a video called...
Give me a second. Give me a second. See my... Trying to get back in sync. Alright. Let's go.
Current rappers that wouldn't make it in the 90s, and there were a bunch of people in the comments section saying that I should make a video called current rappers that would make it in the 90s. And this list is not going to be composed of, you know, really popular mainstream rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick, because while they obviously would make it in the 90s, they're already super popular now, so there's no point in putting them on this list. I made this list of rappers that pretty much aren't as popular as they should be. They're kind of mainstream, not really, but they definitely aren't underground at the same time. They're just somewhere in the middle. But I definitely think that if they came out in the 90s, they would be considered top tier rappers and definitely be mainstream. And before I jump into the video, we actually have another paid promoted song from my homie It's Just Matt, and the song is called Lead by Example.
Your bitch laced me, then I dash like Stacy.
Hey.
I gave her sister wood and now her brother's trying to fake.
Hey.
Watch on my wrist, my nigga, it's not an 8-piece
Hey.
swag. Killing these bitches like Scott Peterson lace me, they face me. My arm hanging out the window, whipping spacey, and these bitches all on me, ain't trying to catch me, no rabies, they chase me. Hold up.
So he actually dropped a mixtape pretty recently called Unmuzzled, and he said...
Give me a second. I'm gonna try without the double vision, seeing that might be the difference. Let's go.
That it would be on Apple Music and Spotify pretty soon, but for now it's just on Spinrilla. So if you're interested in checking out more of his music, the link for that will be in the description.
That's not it. I'm just gonna keep the vision just to make sure.
I'm straight up out
Oh, yep, most definitely.
So J-Rock actually kind of sounds like a 90s rapper, and that's why I think, while despite being on TDE, he hasn't quite caught the buzz that he deserves in modern rap. But because of that, I have no doubts that he would be a really successful rapper in the 90s.
King Los, okay.
So I think King Los would strive in the 90s simply because the dude has got bars, and he has hands down the best Sway in the Morning freestyle I've ever seen. But not enough people seem to care about that now because he doesn't make catchy music. But even successful lyrical rappers today like Cole and Logic can make catchy music when they want to, but Los isn't doing that. But I definitely believe he would work out a very successful career back then.
Look at my life.
Okay, yeah, good. Westside, yeah, Reverend Cali,
So
yep,
YG
definitely.
is actually a pretty popular rapper and has a couple of hits under his belt, but he's not as popular as he could be in the 90s. He already intentionally raps over beats that sound straight out of the 90s. Like if you played him to someone that's never heard YG before and you asked them to guess what era he's from, I guarantee you they would guess 90s. And being from Compton, he would fit in perfectly with the 90s gangsta movement on the West Coast.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Joey's songs already sound like they're from the 90s, so he would fit perfectly in that era. I think Joey would kind of be like a Nas Jr., and I think he would take Tupac's spot as the most popular deep rapper after he died.
Gold medals.
Yep.
Then my role models rolling old.
So Lupe's prime might have been in the 2000s, and he actually had decent success back then. I think he actually won a Grammy. But he's still dropping albums, and he's still super underrated, so I still consider him a modern rapper. And I honestly think he would be a top 5 rapper in the 90s because of his lyricism and the socially conscientious music that he can provide. Damn, I just killed that pronunciation. And that kind of talent obviously had much more value back then, so he would basically be like a poor man's Tupac, but with a little more lyricism.
Okay.
So I think Game would have been the best gangster rapper in the 90s because dude has dope bars and actually, you know, lived that life in Compton, which is the pinnacle of gangster rap. And he just has that perfect gangster persona. But unfortunately for Game, he was born about 10 years too late, so he didn't get as popular as he should have been. Even though the documentary was still pretty popular back when it came out, I think it would be even more popular in the 90s. And like I said, he would be considered the greatest gangster rapper in the 90s.
Yep.
It feel like I'm back in the kitchen.
I really don't understand why Dave East hasn't blown up. I mean, he was an XXL freshman and he's still slept on. He makes great music and has a really cool voice that would work well in the 90s, which is why I think he would definitely become a top tier rapper in the 90s along with his fellow New Yorkers like Biggie and Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So Crit definitely had the talent to put the South in the spotlight in the 90s. And yes, there were a few successful Southern rappers back then, but I honestly think he would be better than all of them back then and be crowned the king of the South because he's a super soulful and lyrical rapper, which, like I said, has much more value back then.
Yep, definitely.
So Joyner is just now starting to get the buzz that he deserves, but I think he's a top 5 rapper in the game right now, and you will hardly find someone that has him in their top 5, which is why he made the list. He honestly has the potential to be considered the best rapper out of the 90s, period, except for maybe Tupac and Biggie, because Joyner can do everything that 90s listeners love. He can spit bars, he can tell stories, he can make turn-up songs, he can make deep songs, and dude's probably one of the fastest rappers I've ever heard. Trust me, dude will be getting hella accolades and respect back then.
Golf way, hold up! I gotta rep
Pretty
it.
self-explanatory.
I gotta rep. I gotta rep. Nope. I gotta rep for my homie. I gotta rep for the homie on this one. Yup. I gotta rep for the homie Earl. Yo, sir. He didn't throw in the Earl. Let's go. Let's get it.
His style is perfectly suited for the 90s and not so much for the modern era, which is why he's not as popular as he should be. To be honest, the only reason he got as popular as he is because of his work with Odd Future and his friendship with Tyler, the Creator. Alright, y'all, that is all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And I know the explanations were pretty short, but you know, they didn't really need that much of an explanation to begin with. And if you're new, please subscribe because we're getting really close to 100K. I know we're going to hit it within the next month or two. As always, it's been Isaiah the Player, and I'm gone.
See money all around me. I look like I'm the man.
Yo, this was a good video. This was definitely a good video. So, a lot of good picks he picked for this one, though. I like it, though. A lot of good picks, though. He definitely sure. Definitely, especially Joey Badass. I said that when he first came out that he believed he'd be a 90s rapper. I made an old school rap group, Facebook group, and I said he old school rapper, but he's included. Anything work by him is included. He had J-Rock on there, King Los, though. We'll see how in there. And I like it through Game and YG and then representing Compton, though. Dave East and Joyner Lucas, definitely a good pick right there, too. But yeah, this was some good picks right there. Isaiah, you was killing them, brother. I can't wait to see more. Matter of fact, let me check your channel. Let's see what else you got. And my shit ain't sync again. What the fuck? Anyway. Give me a second real quick. Yeah, sorry my video's not synced though. It's getting a little crazy though. But Jesus Christ. Alright, so I was trying to see if anything new in his owners though. The newest one I see is just that one. I don't care about that. Yeah, well, there's one I'm gonna react to soon called 2018 XXL Freshman Class Prediction though. Well, then this was good though. So if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, sorry that my video is not in sync with my voice right now. But it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.